Welcome back to AskAPop. Today we're talking about many irons in the fire. Now, my dad, he used to say when he'd ever start getting real busy, he'd say he was as busy as a one-legged man in a butt-kicking contest. Now, what made that really funny was he only had one leg. Now, like I said, he'd always say that when he started getting really, really busy. And today there's a bunch of different idioms that you could use out there, but I guess the two most popular out there right now are my calendar's full or there's too many irons in the fire. But they all kind of mean the same thing. Basically, you're trying to put 8 gallons of water in a 5 gallon jug. And I don't know about you, but the math ain't math in there. But you know what? If we can stop and do what our Savior tells us to do, things can get a little bit better. And what's our Savior always tell us to do? Stop, pray, and give thanks. Because a lot of those irons, they're also blessings. Instead of stopping and thinking about, oh man, I got to feed the cats, think about, boy, I love the fact that I've got cats to feed. Or instead of thinking about, man, the weekend's shot, I got to work on the garage all weekend. Think about, thank God we've got a roof over our heads, and the fact that we've got so much stuff in the garage, we've got to find a home for some of it that just doesn't fit in our house anymore. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to lighten up your workload any, but what it does is it turns some of those irons into blessings. And I don't know too many people whose hearts are too small that they can't hold all these extra blessings. And that's just something that I'm thinking about. Anyway, you'll have to forgive me because I've got to go take care of a few more blessings before this day is done. Now, the Bible verse today is Ecclesiastes chapter 3. We're going to do the whole chapter today. And as far as questions, now, I know it's all about turning a phrase, but how often have you turned a phrase to turn a negative into a positive? And how many other things can you think about turning a phrase to make a negative into a positive? Just think about it. God bless you and have a great day.